From here, I can click on this button, simply make a copy. Shows up as copy of and the name of your template. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to open it up into a new tab. And from here, I can play around with it and go, okay, I'm going to create an Instagram story. So what do I want my Instagram story to be? Well, the first thing that I'm going to figure out is what I want my text to say. So I'm going to click on text, and for the most part, I simply just go with add heading because it's always going to be like the bigger of them. And if you don't like the font, you simply go up here and change it to whatever font you want. So I might choose a Leo, see if I like a Leo. I like a Leo with the bolding, so I'm going to leave it like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create like some kind of catchy caption. So let's say I have a restaurant that serves pizza, but also has a great beer menu. So I might say pizza. And I don't like the black over this background, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change this to white. That helps it stand out more. So pizza, and if I want to move this somewhere, this moving text can be a little bit tricky. I can move text fairly easily if I click off of it and then drag it. But if you've already selected it, then what's going to happen is you need to move to the outer line here and then drag it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tilt this to give it some character, and I'm going to do that option drag thing. Again, I need to go to that outer line, option drag, that way I don't have to adjust the fonts anymore. So pizza, beer, and again I'm going to click and drag. Maybe I'll center this one. I want this one to be straight, and maybe this one I say match made in heaven. And I can adjust the size of this to make it fit a little bit better. Center it. All right, so now I've got my text in here. Could I do this text in Instagram? Absolutely. Sometimes I might decide I just want to take my template, put it directly in Instagram, and do all my text and everything in Instagram itself. I might decide to do that. Another thing that I can do is once I go into Instagram, Instagram allows me to draw on my stories, so I can actually draw lines coming from pizza. I might do a circle around a word to highlight it, like whatever the case may be. I can underline it. I can do any of those things, and it just helps to give it character. So don't think that you have to do everything in Canva. Think more about, okay, like what should I do in Canva and what are the capabilities that Instagram provides me that allows me to add my own flair to it. So now I've got this, but you know what? It's too text heavy. I need some images in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the search field over here. I'm not going to say all. My preference here, especially with the way everything looks, I want to stick to the illustrations. That's my personal preference. You can do photos and it will give you some free stock photographs. If I were to look for pizza and it were to do photos, this is the type of stuff that it would come up with. So you'll notice that some of this is free and some of it will cost you money. So here it says $1. That's per download. So every time you download this, download something with this image in it, it will cost you $1. If it's an image that you want to use over and over again, then one thing that you can do is you can buy a multi-use license for $10, and then you can use it as much as you want. But if you look here, it has tons of photographs. You'll see some say Pro. It has this little crown here. So Canva is free, but they do have a Pro version, which will unlock some photographs that were previously unavailable to you, such as this one right here. But I'm going to go to the illustrations. I prefer the illustrations. So I don't have many options when it comes to the illustrations, but this one looks pretty good. Shows up kind of small, but that's okay. I can adjust the size. So I'm going to adjust the size here. I'm going to change it like this. And I'm going to change it like that and face up that way because the pizza almost forms an arrow, so I want to draw people's attention to the text. And now that I've got my pizza, I'm going to do my beer. And I'm going to choose this one. That one showed up a little bit bigger. So I'm going to shrink this one down a little bit. And again, and if I wanted to like just move it a little bit, I could use the arrow keys to nudge it. And so now I have a pretty nice looking story. So this is great if I'm like doing a promotion of some sort. So this might be the first slide of a promotion. Maybe I have a special on pizza and beer. When you buy a pizza, you get a discount on the beer. Or maybe I'm trying to highlight certain pizza and beer pairings. Well, this could be like the first slide among multiple slides. So I can do a lot of different stuff with this. Now, something that you're going to want to make sure you do is do leave some space. You don't want the entire thing to be covered up. If I wanted to, I could also lower this and maybe raise this a little bit. But I do want some space to be able to put in certain stickers, like a location sticker, because location stickers actually make your stories more successful. They make it so that people who are looking for stuff in a particular area, if they're looking for stuff in the area that you use the sticker for, guess what? Your story is going to come up. So definitely leave room for the stickers. And the stickers can adjust in size as well, and those you'll find in Instagram. You can also use hashtag stickers, and definitely use hashtags on your Instagram stories, because if you don't, people are probably not going to see them. There's no point in creating stories if people can't see them. So make sure you're putting in the hashtags, and just like with a regular Instagram post, you can have up to 30 hashtags at a time. A little trick for that is have a text box with like 29 of your hashtags, and then make the text, like make that text box really small, and then hide it behind a sticker. So, and that could be a hashtag sticker, or you can have all 30 of your hashtags in that text box, and then hide it behind your location sticker. So that's a nice little trick that you can do. So that's how you can use Canva to create templates, and then use those templates to create Instagram stories posts for your restaurant. I hope this was useful to you. Leave a comment below. Tell me what was the best thing that you got out of this video. Have a good one. Post a lot, and I'll see you later.